What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Earlier this week, we found out that The Flash would be ending in season 9. Season 9 will be the final season of The Flash. Again, final season. It's ending. It's not canceled. It's not canceled. Those are two very, very, very different things. With that being said, I made a post on my YouTube community tab and on Twitter saying that I would like to hear some of you guys' questions and opinions, and I would answer them in a video. This is that video, so let's jump right into it. Angela on YouTube gave me a little great statement, opinion, whatever you want to call it. She says, "I'd love to see Wally and Cisco the most, but I'd also love to see another Grodd appearance, King Shark and Captain Cold, but evil Captain Cold, not the redeemed version. Although I think he and Barry would have the same banter, which is what I love the most." I completely agree. I honestly like how they handled Zoom, and I would like to see Tony Todd and Teddy Sears back. But I wouldn't mind if we didn't get them. And we need another appearance from Goldface. I'm actually serious about that. I actually like the cheese. It reminds me of the old comic books I read as a teen. Now, to break down the first part of that, Wally and Cisco, they are a must in this final season of The Flash. I love Wally West. That is one of my favorite Flashes. I need to see Wally back. Cisco was the heart of this show. He was the humor. I look forward to seeing him every week. And now that he's gone, it does feel like there is a hole in the show. He has to come back in some way. We have to see Cisco. We have to see Wally. For some of these villains like Grodd and King Shark, maybe in passing in like a final scene, they show what they're doing now or something. We know both of these characters are redeemed characters, so they're really not a priority for me to see. They're not on the top of my list of must sees. But Captain Cold, I'd love to see a version of Wentworth Miller's character come back. He's an amazing actor, and he killed every single version of this role that he portrayed over the series run as long as he was attached to it. Zoom. Everybody wants Zoom back. I mean, Eric Wallace, what are you doing? Give us Hunter Zolomon. Like, for real, just a quick scene. You did it in season 5. Yes, you did it in season 5. Just do it in this final season for just a quick scene. I just love to see Teddy Sears grace our screen again as Hunter Zolomon in that black suit. Gotta happen. It has to happen. If it doesn't, I wouldn't be upset. But it is what it is. They only have 13 episodes. They only can do so much. I just want it to be as epic as possible. And as far as Goldface is an acquired taste, but sometimes the cheese is funny. I wouldn't mind seeing him again. I'm not even gonna lie. That I may have to take an L for that. I'll gladly take it. Paige, if you're watching, I'll gladly take that L. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. It would be it would be weird not to see Goldface at least one more time. Okay, so let's move on. Laura E on YouTube says, "I would love to see less romance and more action. I would love to see more villains of the week, like in season 1 and 2. So for the first part of that, I agree to an extent, but it's Eric Wallace and it's The Flash. I do think we will get more action. I honestly believe that this will be an action-packed season because it's the final season. They have to do it bigger than ever before. It literally has to be an event. It has to be a spectacle. And I would like them to go back to the villain of the week format. It worked for the show. Basically like throwing in like filler episodes every other instead of like putting them all together like that, like Eric Wallace does now. I know he wants to do that graphic novel format, but I honestly don't see how a graphic novel format will work in a 13 episode season. So going back to the villain of the week, I agree with that. All right. Over on YouTube, Kazi Nadbir Alam Adit. If I butchered that, I am very sorry. I suck at names. He asked me your thoughts on the future of DC because the more I hear what Zaslav is doing, the less excited I am, and the more depressed I become hearing each new news regarding him running DC. Now, this doesn't really have much to do with the Flash, but I understand where you're coming from, man. I get the sentiment. I honestly don't know what's going on. Like you asked this literally the day before we got the news about the Batgirl film being canceled. Um, I it sucks seeing this Arrowverse basically dismantled within a year. It sucks. It's a money thing. Money talks. And I told you guys, if you've been watching me on the after parties since December, I told you guys to brace yourself for major changes because Warner Brothers, ever since the breakaway from AT&T and the merger and everything happening, uh, major changes were coming from the CW all the way over to the cinematic side of things. Changes were coming, and I can only hope for the best. I'm glad we still have Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. I'm glad we have one more season of Grant Gustin as the Flash. My heart goes out to Leslie Grace. I was really hoping to see her as Batgirl. Maybe somebody will change their mind and still put this film out on HBO Max, even if there is a HBO Max. But honestly, bro, this question goes deeper than what I or any YouTuber or insider would know. It's just a wait and see type of thing. That's honestly all I can say. But thank you for the question. Okay, next on YouTube, El Crow says, I would like to see the return of the elongated man for one episode and Barry go around apologizing for every wrong thing they have done. Um, you're gonna have to take a L on that one because no matter what, I do think it's very backwards how they did that, but they're letting a certain person run around beating up people. But I do think it's very backwards on how they handled that. Uh, I mean, they were between a rock and a hard place. I do. I don't place any blame on Eric Wallace or anybody attached to the Flash for that. That was above his head. That was above his pay grade. You can hope for it. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just being completely honest. I do not see Hartley Sawyer returning to the Flash at all. Like he's been MIA ever since his apology. If he returned, I'd be surprised, but people people aren't as accepting of redemption stories right now as they used to be. I'm just being completely honest. I do not see that happening. I do not see that happening. But thank you for the statement. Next up, Miss W over on YouTube says Cisco, Cisco, Cisco. And yes, I agree 100%. As much Cisco as humanly possible. We know from the Earth Prime comics that he was teased to be a part of a Bloodwork storyline for season 9. Now, trust me, I know a lot of that stuff I'm not even considering it canon anymore because, well, all the shows are gone after next year. But who knows? I mean, it's the final season. Carlos Valdez, he loves the show. He just wanted to move on. I I I 100% believe he will come back. I hope it's for a substantial amount of episodes. But even if it's only for like one or two, it'll be good to see the man. So yes, Cisco, Cisco, Cisco. Thank you. Next, over on Twitter, and I believe this is the last one. And before I answer this one, I want to thank everybody for interacting with me on the community tab and Twitter. Thank you for getting me this far in this YouTube journey, and just stick with me. Stick with me. So Double M says, "What are some of your favorite Arrowverse moments?" I could go on and on and on about this. Let's see. Wally in the Crisis on Earth X crossover when he caught the arrow. One of the best Wally West action moments that that we have seen from him in those earlier seasons. Wally West when he returned in season 6 and made the speed scouts of himself. That was amazing. Basically all of Arrow, the season with Prometheus, Arrow season 5. Amazing. The best Arrow has ever been. The first episode of season 8 of Arrow. The Rain storyline on Supergirl was great. The mid-season finale, watching Kara taking that beating from Rain, that was great. All of Black Lightning season 3. All of Black Lightning season 3. It's so much that I could name Um, Javicia coming in as Batwoman and turning that show completely all the way around. Turned it all the way around. Some of the funny moments of Legends. The early seasons of Legends had some great moments in them. But even if Paige is watching, Thong Song. Thong Song is one of my favorite moments. That I think that was season 6. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. At that point in Legends, I used to just turn my brain off and forget what I was watching. Um, for the Flash, it's so many I could name, man. Uh, it's so many I could name. The Flash has always been my favorite. It has always been my favorite. Um, the Painkiller spinoff episode. Man, it's just so many moments from this vast universe of shows that I love. I'm going to miss them dearly. They had a great run. 2012 to 2023. A great run. I'm going to miss these shows. But thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the comments, questions, statements. Thank you. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like these in the future. So please, please, please stay tuned and I'll check you guys later.